back to the channel. I know it's been a very long time, but when I get in the zone, I kind of tune out everything else. As you can see from the title, you can probably assume chapter 8 is out. I wanted to spend this video not drawing, but actually showing you guys the finished artwork that is in this chapter, some of the inspiration, the process, and all that. This is my favorite one from the entire chapter. Let's show you guys all the deets.
So this is what a double page looks like up close. This is how I attached it. I just got some very basic tape and taped it along the back side. I didn't tape the front side at all, so I can still fold it and everything. For the paper, I used Deleter ink, also better known as Deleter comic book paper, Ruler A type B4. For most of the line work, I really just used this Tachikawa pen I got off Amazon. But all these details that come off of Apollo's eyes, it was all done with this petite monogram brush, which I have come to actually fall in love with. The gray tones were used with an aqua brush. This right here is the #1 thing I could possibly recommend someone when using gray tones. I absolutely love how that double page connects to the page before it. On this page, we see one of Apollo's visions about to collide into the ground right behind them, and you see it strike the ground, almost become this type of lightning effect. And this lightning is forming into something completely different. And now it's pretty obvious. It's turning into an eye, and it's Apollo's eye. It's a visual example of how many visions he can see at once. Some of my inspiration actually comes from one of the panels in Watchmen. This scene was inspired by a moment in Watchmen where Silk Spectre and Night Owl are actually having a dream sequence of their own, where you see in the background this atomic bomb exploding. I love everything about this scene, and I was so moved by it that I really wanted to do something to kind of show my appreciation of Watchmen and have that appreciation shown in my own work.
This right here, this is another one of my favorite pages. Not only do I really enjoy the artwork, I saw it as a very pivotal moment within the story. After chapter 3, you don't see any of the gods. The moment they actually come back into the picture, I wanted it to feel very grand, and I'm hoping I captured that. Here you have Galel, Wagner, and the rest of the gang, and they're talking about prayer, and they're talking about the gods. And Wagner's character actually mentions a curse the gods have. And as we know, the gods are immortal. So the one curse they have is time. And my goal in referring to a curse of time and showing Apollo, which is a person that literally sees time on a daily basis. And as you guys learn in the chapter, Apollo does feel cursed by time. He feels this responsibility that he has to protect everyone because he has this gift to see in the future. So if there's any god that you would think was cursed with time, it would definitely be Apollo. This is another page I really, really like. This was the final page of the chapter, and honestly, I just really like the intensity of it. I really enjoy the setting of this panel, the confusion with the wind blowing for Artemis's hair, to this large panel of Apollo just storming off. For the inside of this hallway, we use the aqua brush to really give it that gray to add some depth. Same goes for the columns over here. We have the light coming this way, so I use the aqua brush to get in on the back side of these columns, which is where the sun is not hitting. This is another page I really enjoy. One of the themes I really wanted to capture with Apollo was the separation from everyone else. And by positioning Artemis to be on the very right-hand side of the panel, while Apollo being on the very left-hand side, I think it adds a level of separation along with this column that you see in the middle of them. Another thing you'll notice is a lot of these circular panels. The circular panels I was actually really excited to do, and I got that inspiration from the Before Watchmen graphic novel. I know what you guys are thinking. This guy's obsessed with Watchmen. Just a little bit. Jay Lee's art for the Ozymandias run is actually fantastic. I love Jay Lee as an artist, and his paneling was really, really cool. He used a lot of circular panels because of this right here. And I was a really big fan of how the panels kind of connect to the theme of the story. So I started using circle panels the moment Apollo gets reintroduced into the story, because he has the eyes of the Oracle. And you know, it's an eyeball, so there's a circle going on. And you see a lot of close-ups of his eye as visions are flowing through him. So I thought the circle panels along with his eyes was a really cool connection, which added a little bit more of an artistic flair to this segment of the story. This page right here took me forever for a couple reasons. All the clutter with little Easter eggs that Apollo has collected, and I also introduced Artemis for the first time, so I had to make sure she looked perfect. This is another page that I was really excited to draw for a couple reasons. It's a close-up of Galel, which is always fun for me, and you also get to see a statue of Zeus, which I thought was really fun to do because, as you guys know from reading the first few chapters, Zeus does not look like this. Hopefully you guys picked up on this, but Zeus looks nothing like this. The reason why I did that was because the humans don't even know what the gods look like. The belief in Zeus, the belief in Artemis, the belief in Poseidon, it all comes down to faith. They believe Zeus is real, and they believe this is what he looks like. I really do love this page, but I won't lie, I do feel like there's something a little bit off with Galel's face, and I'm not entirely sure what it is. I wish it came out a little bit better. Everything else, I'm overall very content with how it came out. This page right here, this page took me a long time as well. Hopefully you guys can kind of imagine why. I went a little intense with the backgrounds, but I think it was worth it. Not only is it worth it, I really do enjoy making backgrounds, which is why I work so hard on them, because I have fun doing it. I could keep yapping, but honestly guys, I would love for you to go read the chapter yourself. I put a lot of work into it. If you do read it, let me know what you think. I have really big things coming soon for Land Past the Sea, and I want you guys to be up to date when that happens. If you guys like the video, please like it, comment, do all that stuff, or don't. Thanks for watching the video.